Hey, speak up. These hearing aids are running out of power.
Chuck, what did you see from Malachi in his first game and how he's adjusted to being a Raven?
It kind of looked like, probably like, same like it looked to you. It looked like he'd been here for a couple years. I think it helped being in a similar system. Jesse Minter out there in Los Angeles with those guys. So I think there was some carryover there. It was a seamless transition. Credit Double D, D'Alessio, and Aloha, we call him Low, for the time that they invested. Him investing, the morning, afternoon, after practice, late at night, Zoom, whatever it was. Double did a great job with him, getting him up to speed, and he did a great job of sacrificing the time and energy needed to be able to go out there and communicate and play at a high level. He was awesome.
Along those lines, that allowed you guys to shift into more free safety nickel. It's something they've done quite a bit with Kyle in the past, but it's kind of your first look, firsthand seeing it. What did you like about that, and how big can that be for maybe unlocking Kyle's playmaking ability, being closer to the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, just a little bit different picture, for the offense, seeing a guy of Kyle's stature in and around the line of scrimmage, playing nickel. He's, everybody's playing, pretty much sub defense, 4-2 defense. Typical nickel doesn't look like Kyle, so he covers as good or better than most cover corners. He's a great blitzer. You can't block him. Block destruction. He's a menace. So now you put that guy in and around the line of scrimmage. From an account standpoint, they have to know exactly where he's at. Not only in coverage, but is he coming? Is he not coming? Those type of things. And then, again, Low coming in and working with Malachi, the communication, it was different, felt different, looked different. I'm sure it did to you guys as well.
Chuck, you know what it's like to sort of be in the crosshairs with unhappy fans. What's been your perspective on?
Why do you say that?
On sort of how Zach has dealt with that, and where he'll take it from here.
Blinders and earmuffs. That's what you got to do. It's like when you do really well and they sing all your praises, like it's probably not reality, right? And so when you're doing poorly and they're saying all the negative stuff, that isn't reality either. Somewhere in the middle is where reality lies. He does a great job of staying the course, staying steady, blocking all those things out, controlling what he can control, and those type of things. So he's been incredible.
Chuck, John has stood behind Zach this whole time and said that Zach has been open to getting feedback from people with more experience like yourself. I guess, what has that relationship been like as you guys try to get this defense back on track?
Yeah. Zach has zero ego. He knows this defense inside and out. He's convicted about what we're doing. He's convicted in his own beliefs. He leans on not only me, but everybody else in that defensive room. We all have Zach's back. He's got ours. We're in this thing together. So it always points to one guy on game day, either the head coach, the OC, the DC, and, again, when it's going well and when it's not, blah, blah, blah. But it's all of us. But he's got zero ego. He just wants to do what's right by this organization, by these players. He's a selfless guy, and he knows what he's doing. So we all got to be better to help him be better at his job.
Malachi, a few guys all over the defense have talked about feeling like during the week practices have been exactly what they want. Practices have been great. It's just for whatever reason not translating to Sunday. Injuries aside, how do you make sense of that? How do you feel like?
Say the first part again.
That a lot of guys have talked about practices have been exactly what they want. Practices have been great. It's just not translating.
Yeah, particularly this last week. From a preparation standpoint. Like one of Zach's greatest qualities is he's not afraid to tell these guys what they need to hear and not what they want to hear. So he's brutally honest with them. And so the standard is a standard. And, so from a preparation standpoint, film study, note taking, those kind of things, challenged everybody to up that. Practice, it has been good. And we had a 3 or 4 minute stretch in that last ball game where, we're playing solid defense. And then we give up, one play here, another play, then we have a sudden change, and the next thing you know, a 3-3 game becomes a 2-score 17-3 ball game. But yeah, you don't. It's 60 minutes, one play at a time. All you got, don't judge, right? So you don't know. There's 5 or 6 plays that are going to determine the outcome of all these games. You don't know when that's going to happen. You know, you practice, you prepare, you study to get yourself ready for that. So we just have to try to eliminate, you know, those 5 or 6. You know, whatever. You know, when those come, and try to play better in those moments.
Chuck, Malachi, I mean, even though he's a first-round pick, you probably didn't imagine he would have this much responsibility, and with as many injuries, he's even increased. You know, Zach was telling us he kind of feels like Malachi's helped keep you guys from getting, you know, beaten deep, but then he's also been around some plays. He's missed a tackle here and there. What do you take as the full picture of Malachi so far, 6 games into his rookie season?
Arrow up, exceeded, I think, everybody's expectations. He's one of our hardest workers, smartest dudes, prepares like no other. Again, he's mature beyond his years. There's a lot on his plate. He's accepted that challenge. He's never backed down from any challenge. And like anybody else on this team, anybody else playing back there, those are hard jobs back there, especially, you know, outside. And there's going to be some tough downs. Great thing about Malachi is he doesn't make the same mistake twice. It'll get corrected from last week and the week before. He doesn't make the same mistake twice, and he's able to move on past it. He doesn't dwell on that.
Chuck, I think we were all impressed by the training camp that Marlon and Roquan both had. It seems like they've had their ups and downs over this first third of the season. So what have you seen from them, and kind of what are you expecting to get from them after they come back with the spot and health?
Yeah, I think we've all probably had, you know, not only those two, we've all had our moments, you know, ups and downs. But those two are great vets, are great warriors, they're great teammates, exceptional football players. Again, they're self-aware, and they hold themselves accountable. So they can see it, they know, you know, what caused this issue, what caused this problem, and then they go to work on fixing it. Again, they're in tough spots. These offenses that you play these days, it's no easy task. Trying to figure them out and be in the right spot, down after down. So, yeah, those two are going to be fine.
Chuck, we saw Nate Wiggins travel with Devontae Adams quite a bit on Sunday. Not so much speaking specifically to that, but that responsibility, giving him that. What are you seeing from him as far as, you know, year 2 now?
Yeah, I think from just a growth standpoint and maturity standpoint, like he came to us and said, like, I got 17, right, this week? Yeah, you want him? Yes, sir. Yeah, and so Double D and myself and Zach, the rest of what we saw was like this unbelievable sense of urgency, focus, detail, films, like everything, you know, because he wanted that challenge, accepted that challenge, and, you know, because he's a prideful guy, very prideful guy. He cares what he puts on tape. He cares about this organization and winning. Loved what he did. He had some good downs, and he had some not so good downs. That's a really good wide receiver. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer in my opinion, but he held his own. He did a nice job, and so everybody's looking to have a guy like Nate, a true number 1 corner, that when you face guys like Adams or whoever, we're going to face some great ones coming up, that the guy's willing, number 1, and number 2, he's got the capability and the athleticism and skill set to go do it.
All right, thank you, Chuck.
Thank you. Thanks.